not an area that I typically spend a ton of time on, but just an absolute monster of a game from Nyheim Hines. Uh, like we already talked about, the opening kickoff, taking that back for a touchdown, and just kind of opening up the emotions and just making everybody feel like you're on the football field again. It was just crazy to see. It That one right there is going to be a football memory that sticks with me, for the next 25 years. Just the whole kind of sequence of this week, and to come out and start the game that way, 96-yard touchdown. Oh, but wait, he's not done. He has another one later in the game, takes it back for a 101-yard touchdown. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, you might be the only guy in NFL history that's ever taken back two kickoffs, had two kick returns for touchdowns in the same game. Well, he wasn't. It's happened quite a few times before, but still, he is now one of 10 people to have done it in the history of the NFL. So still pretty crazy. Definitely the only multiple kickoff return touchdown game that I ever remember witnessing. There's probably a Devin Hester one in there or something in my lifetime. But absolute monster of a game from him. Tyler Bass, 5 for 5 on PATs. Woo! He stays pretty consistent. We've seen a couple instances of some misses from him, but for the most part, he's been super consistent and probably the top two kickers in the AFC this year. Maybe Justin Tucker edges him out. But for what he's asked to do for this team, and a lot of it being PAT work because our offense is scoring touchdowns, he's just been great this season. And if we have a game, down the stretch here that comes down to a field goal winning opportunity, I feel very confident in Bass. I feel great in our field goal operation. Ferguson, Sam Martin holding it. Feel good about that going into the playoffs. The only real gaffe we had here on special teams today was the weird punt return. Hines is kind of waving everybody off, and Taiwan Jones kind of gets blocked into it. This was right after Trey White has, a great defensive play to stop. I believe it was to Parker. Stop the Patriots from converting. A really big pass play ends up bopping Parker right off the face. Trey kind of gets his hand in there to distract him long enough to not complete the catch. And then we bump into the punt. It becomes a live ball. The Patriots recover it. I don't know what the rules are there, if you're allowed to block people into the ball. I assume it's legal, and I guess I have to say that it's a great play by Slater. It seems kind of bush league to me, but hey, if that's kind of the worst thing we're talking about coming out of this game, it is what it is. But overall, great day on special teams, minus that play.